Yes, we've had statements of support from nearly all European leaders for Ukraine, for Zelensky coming into this summit on Sunday. This summit is taking kind of the same format that French President Emmanuel Macron's summit took 2 weeks ago, which is gathering just some European leaders and outside of any kind of EU format. Now, that has raised some ire. We saw that when Macron convened that first summit with the leaders of France, Germany, Italy, Denmark, Spain, UK, but then not the rest of the European countries. A number of countries objected, most notably Czechia and Romania. And so then Macron had to call a second summit, a kind of B-team summit with the rest of the countries. Now, this time around, the list is somewhat similar in terms of the A-team. Romania has been included, interestingly, because they were one of the countries objecting. But this is, again, a kind of ad hoc group of leaders to discuss the situation. Now, Starmer is expected to tell the leaders, debrief them about his meeting with Trump on Thursday. But of course, that meeting looks very different in the cold light of day now after Friday's blow up in the Oval Office between Trump and Zelensky. And so certainly that is something they're going to have to talk about with President Zelensky himself. Now, following this meeting today, there's going to be an EU summit here in Brussels on Thursday. That will be all of the EU leaders plus Zelensky again. And maybe Keir Starmer. That's a little unclear at this point. Now, the EU president, Ursula von der Leyen, the Commission president, will be there also today at this summit. The big question here is, how is this overlapping? What kind of European institutions are actually coordinating this? Because so many of these ad hoc summits are taking place outside of the EU context, outside of the EU itself, obviously, because the UK is no longer in the EU after Brexit. The big question, I think, or one of the big questions, will be how today's summit interacts with the summit here in Brussels on Thursday.
Dave Keating, thank you very much for the latest analysis there from Brussels. For more details, we can cross over back to Kiev, where we are being joined by Vladimir Yermoshenko. Thank you.